Hey guys, so real quick, I got the wheel weights on the back of the tractor. I'm sure that's going to make a major difference. And I noticed one little thing here, there's a crack in this piece here, so I need to re-weld that. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I need to re-weld that, so I'm going to, I welded that thing on there so that when I'm plowing snow, I can plow deeper snow. And it'll throw it up over the top of the windrow higher. So I'm going to keep that on there. So I need to weld that. So I'm going to weld that thing up. It's Wednesday, I believe. Another day of no sun. I'm going to start keeping track of this. This has to be some kind of a world record. So anyway, no sun, no nothing. It's just kind of cold, which I'm glad. It's not real muddy, but still some mud. The road's still a disaster. So I'm going to grind this off a little bit with a flap disc to clean it up and then weld. I tell you, I like these flap discs because they do remove a lot of stuff, especially paint. They take paint off like it's going out of style, but they're also pricey. I'm not positive, but I picked two up when I was down at Harbor Freight the other day with my old buddy, and I think those things were $5 a piece or 2 for $5 or something, but whatever it was, it just hit me as being a little bit pricey. Because that's not too thick, I'm going to MIG weld this. My stick welder's sitting right next to me here, and I just turned the gas on and that, so I'm going to MIG weld this and I should be alright. I need to pull that in there a little bit. I need a clamp. That'll do it. Well, that won't go anywhere. Sometime in the summer, one of the guys said I ought to paint this. I actually agree with him, but I don't know if I'm going to have time for that. I'm backed up just in regular maintenance, let alone you know, extracurricular stuff. Okay, Simplicity, I've had enough of you. I need to really go do some other stuff. Okay, that should be it. That's it, I'm done with this thing. Taking up too much of my real estate. Well, I don't know when I'm going to fix this, but I went to use this little hoe this morning, or not this morning, but the other day actually, to clean out the chicken coop, and it broke. I'm going to see if I have a piece of hickory. If I have a 4-foot piece of hickory, I'll fix that. I believe I might. Gotta check. Hey YouTube. So, I don't know if I've ever really shown this truck, but I have this dump truck. It's a Ford F450, and it's very temperamental. This thing, you can start this truck, and when it starts, it will run all day long. Doesn't matter. Haul's good. Everything works on it good. You'll shut it off, and the next morning come out, and you cannot get this thing started, or I should say I can't. I don't know what's wrong with it. I really haven't put a whole lot of effort into trying to figure it out, but it's just, you know, it gets to be a nuisance. But the reason I haven't been using it, and I'd like to use it because the dump body works nice, I'd like to use it for hauling logs, but one of the reasons that I don't use it is for some reason the freaking mice have gotten into this truck so bad from me not using it that I was seriously considering just letting it, you know, give it to the junkyard for 200 bucks. The thing is a couple months ago, or about a month ago, and this thing has 219,000 miles on it, but it still runs good. It's got a gas engine, it's only 2-wheel drive, and it has the biggest engine of the time. It's a 96, and I don't really know what size the motor is. I'm not a Ford guy, but let me see if I can read it there. I don't see what it says up there. I can't. Anyway, it's the biggest Ford gas engine I bought. 7.5, yeah, 7.5. Now I don't know how many inches that is with this thing, but anyway, I parked it up here and I haven't drove it for... I had it started, I think, about a year ago. And now here I am again at it. I'm going to try and start it up. One of my friends was telling me that he has a truck with a motor like this in it, and he said that this distributor cap gets moisture in it, and that's why it won't start. So he told me all he did was caulk around the edges of it, and it had no trouble with it. I might try that as a quick fix, just so I don't have to be doing anything with this. There was some kind of a thing back in here, I forget what it was. It looks like some kind of heat sink of some sort. I had replaced that because somebody said that was it, but none of those things were it. And like I say, it does start and run. It runs pretty good. I don't know if I have to change gas in it now or whatever. I like the truck, and it doesn't. The motor doesn't give me any grief. That's the good thing about it. And like I say, the body goes up and down really nice. It's a good little truck. I mean, I think the gross weight on it is 15,000 pounds, and the truck weighs 8,800 empty. So you can put a good 3 tons on this without any issues. So I used to use it to haul coal to the house and dump the coal into my bin, but I haven't been using it for that because of the problem with getting it started. You can see the, I don't know if you see the sticker on there, but the last time I had it running was 4 years ago. So Anyway, I shouldn't say running, but I mean on the highway. So what I wanted to say is the other day I was watching this, or like I said a month ago. Where's that stuff? Oh, it looks like I dropped it. A month ago I was watching this video where this guy does a bunch of tractor videos, and he said that there was this stuff you could buy that mice hate. So what I did was I bought some of it. I got to get the name and stuff for you, but I bought it and threw it in the center there of the console, and it smells sort of like fresh wood. Not like a good smelling wood, but like any kind of wood that you would cut up. I'm talking about a tree branch. And I don't know if that did chase them out or not. The only way to check is to actually put poison in there and a trap and see if you catch any. So I'm going to have to try that. But yeah. So I need to do some work to this. Right now I'm going to charge the battery. I got a little charger here. I'm going to use this little Harbor Freight generator. I think the charger is a 6 amp. So this generator should take care of this. And hopefully that battery will charge. The battery was new 2 years ago, but you know, without maintaining this, this is what happens with things. It sort of, you know, gets away from you. Okay guys, so I dropped this off the four-wheeler on my way up here, but it's called Fresh Cab. I don't know, botanical rodent repellent. 100% money back guarantee, keeps mice out of enclosed storage areas. Okay. Yeah, I forget the guy's name. He does a bunch of tractor videos. I think it might be called Tractor Mike, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, he did a little thing about this with trying to keep mice out of the tractors and stuff on a farm. Now, I don't know anything about this. I have no idea what keeps mice out or not. I just know how to catch them with a trap. But it says balsam fir or a botanical pesticide. Well, that's fine with me. I don't really know, but like I say, when you put it in, it has like a perfumey smell when you get it out of the package like this, but then that smell goes away and it takes on something like I told you, rotting wood. That's what it smells like to me. So yeah, I don't know how to tell you whether it's working or not. All I know is that I'm putting it in here and leaving it here. I'm going to put this on top of the manifold here somewhere, or maybe on top of these tubes, these air tubes, just to see if I can't keep these mice out of here. Because the last thing I want to do is pull this thing in my garage and have 15 mice coming out of it. Even bullseye can't catch all of them. So it looks like 2 little sacks of tea, but you know, about 5 times or 6 times bigger than tea. And I'm just going to leave it lay there. And then, because I don't plan on working on this truck yet. I might try to start it later. But right now I just want to charge the battery, see if it'll hold the charge. I think it might, but I'm not positive. And then I'll see what's going on with it. But the truck would make a good dump, or I mean a good log truck for, you know, for small stuff, especially 8-footers. So I'll get back to you with a little more on how I made out with this as I go. Hey, if you guys have any kind of tips on why this thing is so hard to start, it's a 96. I mean, it just refuses to start. It doesn't even kick over. It's as if there's nothing going to the spark. You know, let me know if you have some good advice. I'll see what I can do with it. So guys, the reason that I bought that dump truck, if you see where that pine tree is, and you see this ground where my finger is, you can see how low it is. All of that, like where that hump is, where it comes up, all of that was fill that I put in there, and I took it out of where my driveway is down at my house. So then what I did was I took the dump truck, I loaded it with the backhoe and just brought it up here. I must have brought about 100 loads up here. Of course, it's only in the small dump truck, it's not in a great big truck, so it took me a while, but it was worth buying, and it did that job without any trouble. I also used it to haul a whole bunch of topsoil over to the house here at one point from a construction project that some guys were working on, and they wanted to get rid of the topsoil, so I was taking it all. But anyway, that's what I had used the truck for originally. C-clamps I have aren't big enough to go around they're just about a ½ inch short, so I can't use a C-clamp. But I'm just trying to see what this thing's going to look like on here. I need to keep this up off the bucket for when the bucket's all the way closed, that nothing bothers it. I have that upside down. I think this single one should be down here. Yeah, and then the adjustable one should be up there. I'm gonna shut my truck off. I have it running, I want to shut it off. I got all this stuff on it so I can charge batteries and that. I didn't look at the picture or anything, but I think that's how it goes. The thing is what I don't like about this, just by looking at it right now, is that you have to have the bucket and the boom has to be stretched out so that the crowd is as horizontal to the ground as you can get it. Now, I'm not really keen on that, but let me just see what it's like when it's open. And that's because it's mechanical and doesn't have the hydraulics on it. Of course, I can come down into this next pin to make it a little bit more of an angle. I don't want it on a 90 to the boom, or to the crowd, because that's not going to really help me. In other words, that 90 degrees you see right here, we want this to be down lower. So there is one more pin there. The thing is I need to pick that up a little higher. It's too low on the crowd. Right here, it has to come up a little bit, probably 2 to 4 inches off the bottom there, I would say. So once you lower the boom down and everything, you should be able to grab hold the wall without any trouble. I want to just take a look at the picture of this thing and make sure I have it on there the right way. But I'm not going any further today anyway, because I'm done with all my work and pretty much had it. But anyway, I got to go up and check the dump truck, see if that battery's charging up, and yeah, I think this thing is going to be pretty neat. See what I'm saying here? This is too low here. This has to come up probably somewhere in here, and that'll be good to weld. The problem with welding this thing is that let me just see if I can zoom back here. This is one piece of channel here, and then this is another piece. So there's a weld bead going down the center that's actually holding it away from the boom. I might grind that out of there, because once I weld these two together, that'll take up whatever I grind out of that thing as far as strength goes. So, pretty nasty looking with them teeth on there. just for looking at it, but it's not going to hold it to weld it, so I got to come up with something better. Okay guys, so I was looking at the picture, and this link goes, the one hole on the link goes up at the top, the two holes go at the bottom, one here, so that's how it shows in the picture that it goes on. I would imagine that that folds up then somehow. I'm going to have to check that out before I go welding everything, but I just wanted to see what it was going to look like on there. Yeah. I'm beginning to wonder, maybe this thing should have been a little bit longer than 32. But I measured the bucket, and it was 32 from the back of the bucket to the cross piece there, and that's what I thought they were wanting. But I don't know, it might be better this way. That way, this way here, the teeth can get underneath the log a little bit before you pull it against the thumb. Either way, I'm hanging on to it. I'm not letting it go. And then while I was here, there's always something. I noticed this thing is dripping, so I'm going to have to replace that line right away. I guess Napa can make me one of those. Anyway, it's good to have this nicer, I don't know if I could say nice weather, but not so bad weather to be able to do some of this fixing up before the season gets here to really start using it. So I was up checking the dump truck. The battery seems like it's charging good, so I might be able to get that started later. Not today, sometime in the week, during the week if I get to it. I know that they made this, you know, a certain way so it folds up and everything, but I'm thinking that this arm should have been a little longer in there. I gotta try it. I don't know for sure, but I'm gonna weld it on there and then I'll try it and then we'll go from there.